It is official that the pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford, has agreed in principle to face off against the 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez has agreed. Terence Crawford, we knew he was going to agree. And they're working out the details to showcase their talents. Riyadh season, Cinco de Mayo weekend in May.
Hate me, but I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Hell of a fight.
Hate me, but I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's really, really hard for me to see Canelo losing to Crawford. But it's also, there's things that I can see that Crawford is so good at.
Yeah.
That it's like, I can't see him not being able to be sharp and do that round after round, man.
Canelo versus Crawford. A battle of skill and strength. Can Crawford overcome the odds in a higher weight class? Some experts believe his legendary skills could challenge Canelo, but will the weight difference be too much for the welterweight champion?
It happened in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that favor Canelo is that, you know, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said,
renowned boxing trainer Andrew Rozier has weighed in on Terence Crawford's potential move up to fight Canelo Alvarez. While Crawford is coming off a welterweight victory, Rozier believes stepping up to face Canelo at a higher weight class might be a bridge too far.
Possibly do at this point to regain that status is to be someone of note in another weight.
Rozier acknowledges that Crawford moving up to 150 pounds could be a realistic step, but he firmly doubts the success of a jump to face Canelo, calling it a dangerous leap.
It's going to be enough for him. Him going up to fight and quote unquote, if it should happen, Canelo, I don't see that ending well. It's just too much and too far to go. But
Rozier's warning underscores the monumental challenge Crawford would face against a pound-for-pound star like Canelo, especially with such a significant weight disadvantage. Is Crawford biting off more than he can chew, or could he once again shock the world? Canelo Alvarez shares his thoughts on a potential fight with Terence Crawford, sparking excitement among boxing fans worldwide. Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez has hinted at his readiness to face Terence Crawford, generating buzz around what could be one of boxing's most anticipated matchups. This potential showdown would showcase two elite fighters at the peak of their careers.
Issue that the pound-for-pound king, 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Terence Bud Crawford, future first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated, 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout, 37 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach, has agreed in principle. We knew he was going to agree to face off against the 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, former undisputed super middleweight world champion, and reigning unified super middleweight world champion, Saul.
The showdown between Canelo and Crawford promises to be monumental. Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, has dominated his division with power and precision. Meanwhile, Crawford, widely regarded as one of the most skilled fighters of his era, brings a blend of technical brilliance and strategic intelligence that has propelled him to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings.
Coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if it's a fight.
Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, hasn't backed down from the possibility of facing Terence Crawford in the ring. While Crawford's move to a higher weight class has sparked debate, Canelo remains confident in his ability to dominate the smaller fighter. Speaking on Sway's Universe, he made it clear that he's not only open to the challenge, but sees it as an opportunity to make a bold statement.
He wants to fight, he's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better, no? Terence Crawford is a great fighter.
Canelo Alvarez believes the weight disparity gives him a significant edge over Terence Crawford. With a track record of dominating elite opponents at super middleweight, he seems to view the potential clash more as a financial opportunity than a true challenge. However, fans and analysts argue that Crawford's skill and determination could make the fight more unpredictable than Canelo expects. While expressing interest in the matchup, Canelo also shared deeper insights into his thoughts on Crawford's fighting style, acknowledging the difficulties of facing a high-level opponent. Despite his reservations, the undisputed champion admitted the fight could happen, especially if the financial stakes are high enough.
Willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, hands down.
That'll work. So if yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight for me.
Canelo's words highlight the complexities of making this fight a reality. While he acknowledges Crawford's talent, he remains confident in the natural advantages of his weight class. His comments about money and stylistic preferences suggest that for Canelo, the fight is more about spectacle and payday than pure competition. This adds to the ongoing debate. Can Crawford's skill overcome the weight disparity, or is Canelo right to trust in size and strength? Notably, this marks a shift in Canelo's stance, as he previously hesitated to face Crawford, citing the lack of credit he'd receive for defeating the smaller opponent.
I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So
Meanwhile, Crawford has shown unwavering persistence in pursuing the matchup, ready to move up in weight classes to prove his dominance.
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2, 3 ways plus.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that. No disrespect to him, but sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not? It's possible. And I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then he need.
Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he would face against Canelo, acknowledging that size will play a crucial role. However, he remains confident in his ability to overcome this challenge and impose his boxing style.
It's to Jermell, and then you guys fight. That fight would be gigantic.
And it's crazy because, like, in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason. I was like, nah. But in my mind, in my heart, I don't think nobody too big, especially in a fight. I'm a fighter. But, like, I was thinking, like, man, it could happen. So you start really sitting down like, man, that fight maybe can happen. Okay, so now.
Keith Thurman, a former world champion and analyst of the sport, recently discussed why Terence Crawford might see weaknesses in Canelo Alvarez. Drawing from Canelo's performance against Jermell Charlo, Thurman pointed out specific moments in the fight that could boost Crawford's confidence. Thurman's detailed observations suggest that Crawford's strategic mind may be identifying patterns others have missed.
But I'm faster, you know, so then you start doing the advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, man, we right there.
Yeah.
We right there, you know what I mean? So I was like, man.
And it's not like he didn't go up and win it.